the street into a mirror. Each neon sign reflected twice below. The red, the blue, the pink keeps getting clearer. The wetter that the pavement starts to glow. I press my face against a cafe window and watch the city do its double thing. Something in the double light below, something only rainy nights can show. The city and its mirror on the ground, two cities in the rain without a sound. The red and blue and pink between the lines, twice over in the puddles. Heaven knows why it's beautiful, why it's beautiful. I've walked this street 100 times before, in daylight when it's just a street of things. But evening brings the rain, and with the rain the neon comes, and everything that glows turns into something I can almost touch through glass. The right amount of city night, something in the double light below, something only rainy nights can show. The city and its mirror on the ground, two cities in the rain without a sound. The red and blue and pink between the lines, twice over in the puddles. Heaven knows why it's beautiful, why it's beautiful. I used to hurry past this stretch of street, head down, and could pull tight against the rain. But neon reflections taught me how to pause and find the city showing off its light. One of a kind, one of a kind. Something in the double light below, something only rainy nights can show. The city and its mirror on the ground, two cities in the rain without a sound. The red and blue and pink between the lines of wet and dark, and everything that glows twice over in the puddles. Let it show why it's beautiful, why it's beautiful. Neon glow, let it show. Neon reflection. Neon reflection.
The neon signs were bleeding in the rain, each letter losing edges, going soft. The city writes itself and then again, rewrites in puddles everything aloft. I walk without a destination set, just following wherever wet neon went. Something in the bleeding light is right, something that only happens in the night, where rain dissolves the sharp into the warm, the neon and the water and the storm of ordinary evening turn to art. Something wet and glowing at the heart of everything, of everything. I pass a ramen shop still full of light, two students sharing something in the steam. The owner, white sleeping tables not in sight of anything beyond his own small dream of closing time. And I am just outside, a stranger in the neon and the tide. Something in the bleeding light is right, something that only happens in the night, when rain dissolves the sharp into the warm, the neon and the water and the storm of ordinary evening turn to art, something wet and glowing at the heart of everything, of everything. I used to want the city clean and dry, the kind of night where everything was clear. But wet neon taught me how to try the blurred and bleeding version, always near, always near. Something in the bleeding light is right, something that only happens in the night, when rain dissolves the sharp into the warm, the neon and the water and the storm of ordinary evening turn to art, something wet and neon at the heart of everything I am, of everything I am. Wet neon, bleeding light. Wet neon.
The city makes a sound between the sounds, a frequency that lives below the rain, the hum of something always going rounds, of electricity and the refrain of traffic lights and signs and open doors, the static underneath the city floors. Something in the static finds a song, something in the frequency all along has been playing just below the herd. Something in the city's lowest word, the hum and buzz and everything between, the static and the song I've always been searching for, searching for. I tune into it sitting by the glass, the way you tune a radio by hand, until the static clears and lets you pass the noise into the signal, into land of something clear and warm and finally there. The city static humming through the air. Something in the static finds a song, something in the frequency all along has been playing just below the herd. Something in the city's lowest word, the hum and buzz and everything between, the static and the song I've always been searching for, searching for. I used to hear the city as too loud, too much of everything all at once. But static taught me how beneath the crowd of sound there lives a quieter response, a quieter response. Something in the static finds a song, something in the frequency all along has been playing just below the herd. Something in the city's lowest word, the hum and buzz and between the static and the song beneath the scene of everything. endless train of sharing or of waiting, just my pace, my umbrella and my chosen space. Something in the one of it feels right, something in the solo rainy night, just enough protection, just my own, the city and my umbrella alone. Not lonely in the way that empty is, more like the full and chosen kind of this, kind of this, kind of this. I passed the couples under wider things, two heads close together in the dry, and I don't feel the pull that passing brings. Sometimes just the quiet of my own sky, contained within the circle of the rain that falls around but not on me again. Something in the one of it feels right, something in the solo rainy night, just enough protection, just my own, the city and my umbrella alone. Not lonely in the way that empty is, more like the full and chosen kind of this, kind of this. I used to wish for someone else's warmth beneath a wider canopy than mine, but umbrella for one has shown me north, the direction of the perfectly fine, perfectly fine. Something in the one of it feels right, something in the solo rainy night, just enough protection, just my own, the city and my umbrella alone. Not lonely in the way that empty is, the full and chosen and the perfectly fine, kind of this, kind of mine, kind of mine. Umbrella, just for one. Umbrella for one.
The convenience store is open like it always is at this particular hour of the night. The fluorescent warmth of everything that is available at 2 a.m. in light that never dims, that never asks you why. You're here just lets you wander every aisle. The rain outside is doing what rain does, and I am doing what I sometimes do, which is to find the nearest place that was still open, still alive, still shining through the wet and dark with something like a call that says, come in, there's room enough for all. Something in the always open door, something in the knowing there is more available at any hour you need. Something in the freed from closing time, from last call, from the end. Something in the store that will not bend to darkness, to darkness. I take a can of something cold and stand beside the magazine rack for a while. Not reading, just existing close at hand to everything arranged in every aisle. With such precision, such a certain care, as if the world made sense when things were there in their assigned and labeled place on shelves. The way that cities rarely let themselves be organized, but here in this small light, everything is where it should be tonight. The rain keeps on outside, I keep on in the last convenience store. The discipline, something in the always open door, something in the knowing there is more available at any hour you need, something in the convenience of the freed from closing time, from last call, from the end. Something in the store that will not bend to darkness, to darkness. I used to find these places sad at night, the fluorescent and the empty and the late. But last convenience stores got it right. The city needs a place that doesn't wait for morning, for morning. Something in the always open door, something, the always open door, something in the knowing there is more available at any hour you come, something in the fluorescent and the hum of refrigerators of the city night, something in the always open light that will not bend, that will not bend to darkness, never bends to darkness. Always open, won't bend. Last convenience store.
I stop beneath the overpass tonight, where rain becomes a curtain on each side, and everything below the city light is dry, and in between the falling tide of water, just this shelter made of stone and steel, and all the city's weight alone. Above me something heavy passes through, a train or truck that shakes the whole of it and sends a different kind of rain into the dry where I am standing bit by bit. The drips from joints and edges, slower drops that fall between the rain and when it stops. Something in the underneath watch the rain fall past the open sides and sheets that catch the orange street lamp glow and turn to something golden as it slides down through the light to pavement far below. The city framed into rectangles of wet, the most cinematic thing I've seen as yet. Tonight in this particular small drive beneath the overpass between the rain, I find myself exactly at the eye of something neither outside nor within. Just here, just underneath, just in between. The most Pacific place I've ever been. Something in the underneath of things, something in the shelter structure brings a different kind of quiet, concrete dry. The city moving somewhere up above, and by the overpass holds everything at bay. Something in the middle of the way, middle of the way. I used to rush through places in between the destinations, just the getting there. But overpass taught me what lies between is sometimes where the most important where is where is where. Something in the underneath of things, something in the shelter structure brings a different kind of quiet, concrete dry. The city moving somewhere up above, and by the overpass holds everything at bay. The rain on either side, the dry between. The most specific place I've ever been. Middle of the way, always in between. Always in between. Overpass. In between. Rainy overpass. The phone screen lights my face from down below. The way that campfires used to warm and near. A different kind of fire, softer glow that fits inside a pocket, always here. I scroll through nothing in particular, just light and thumb and the familiar blur of faces, places, things I've seen before, in different contexts, different times of day. The rain outside is knocking at the door of my attention, asking me to stay present in the cafe in the night, instead of in the rectangle of light. Something in the glow is hard to leave. Something in the screen is easy to believe. Is company enough for rainy nights? Something in the soft and certain lights of notifications of the world inside. Something in the phone glow, hard to hide, hard to hide, hard to hide. I put it face down on the table now. The screen goes dark, the cafe comes back in. The sound of rain, the jazz, the somehow of being somewhere without discipline, of scrolling just the present and the wet, and everything the evening hasn't said. Yet to me, without the phone between myself and all of this, the room feels more itself, the people clearer to be seen. The barista wiping down the floor, the couple in the corner, just the rain and me, without the phone glow once again. Something in the glow is hard to leave. Something in the screen is easy to believe. Is company enough for rainy nights? Something in the soft and certain lights of notifications of the world inside. Something in the phone glow, hard to hide, hard to hide, hard to hide. I used to fill the quiet with the light of everything the phone could give to me. But phone glow taught me what was lost at night, when screens replaced the rain and jazz and free, and free, and free. Something in the glow is hard to leave. Something in the screen is easy to believe. Is company enough for rainy nights? But something in the putting down the light of notifications of the inside world. Something in the phone face down, unfurled into the room, into the rain, into the night again, into the night again. Phone down, night again. Phone down, night again. Phone glow.
The night bus pulls away from where I boarded and takes me somewhere in the rain and dark. The city through the window gets recorded in streaks of light, in neon, in the spark of passing signs and storefronts wet and bright. The bus a moving frame for all the night. The other passengers are mostly quiet, each one inside their own particular world. A woman with her headphones, someone by it. A sleeping man, his jacket has unfurled. Against the seat, a student with a book, and me with nothing but the outside look. Something in the moving through the night, something in the city streaking light across the wet and dark of every street. Something in the night bus incomplete, without the rain, without the other souls, all heading somewhere, all with separate goals. Separate goals, separate goals. We stop and someone new gets on with wet umbrella and the smell of outside rain. They find a seat and settle and forget the rest of us, and we forget again that they are there. This is the night bus way, each person briefly sharing in the sway of something moving through the city, dark together but apart. The night bus holds us all without a question or a mark of who we are, just bodies in the folds of seats and rain and jazz I have in ears. The night bus carrying us through our years. Something in the moving through the night, something in the city streaking light across the wet and dark of faster. Option skip. Option skip. Option skip. Something in the moving through the night, something in the city streaking light across the wet and dark of every street. Something in the night bus incomplete, without the rain, without the other souls, all heading somewhere, all with separate goals. Together but apart and on our way, the night bus carrying us through the gray of city rain, of separate goals, of everything the night bus knows. Night bus moving through. Night bus moving through. Night bus.
The neon on your face is something else, a color that no daylight ever makes. The pink and blue and everything that melts into the particular glow it takes to make a rainy city night like this feel like it was made for just for this. I saw you standing underneath the sign, the one that flickers just before it holds. And something in the flickering and fine uncertainty of neon as it folds. Its light around you made me want to stay inside this particular rainy way. Something in the neon and the rain, something in the two of us again, standing in the city after dark. Something in the color and the spark of pink and blue on faces on the street. Something in the neon made complete by you, by you. We walk without a destination clear, just following the lights from block to block. The rain not heavy, just enough to hear against our shoulders, just enough to lock the rest of everything outside the small circumference of us and neon all. I caught your reflection in a puddle once, the neon doubled you and I stood still for longer than made sense, the way that once in a while the ordinary gives a fill of something extraordinary and true. The rain and neon and the reflected you. Something in the neon and the rain, something in the two of us again, standing in the city after dark. Something in the color and the spark of pink and blue on faces on the street. Something in the neon made complete by you, by you. I think about the cities I have walked alone at night, the neon just for me. The beauty of it, yes, but something talked about how beauty doubles when you see it with someone. How the neon finds a second meaning when it falls onto how rainy cities open different kinds of doors when you have someone walking through. Walking through. Something in the neon and the rain, something in the two of us again, standing in the city after dark. Something in the color and the spark of pink and blue on faces on the street. The rain, the neon and the city night, something in the two of us feels right. The streetlight has a halo in the rain, a soft corona made of mist and light that wasn't there before the drops became a medium for everything tonight. Each light along the street has made its own small kingdom of the warm and mist-blown. I walk from pool to pool of orange gold, each one a different temperature of light, each one a different story to be told about the section of the rainy night. It governs softly without any force, just illuminating everything, of course. Something in the streetlight and the rain, something in the halo they contain, between them soft and orange and the mist. Something in the lit and in the kissed by water. Every ordinary lamp becomes extraordinary in the damp, in the damp, in the damp, in the damp. I stop beneath the tallest one and look straight up into the orange and the wet, the way you'd look at something in a book that stopped you, something you could not forget. The light comes down and rain comes up to meet it somewhere in the middle of the street. The bossa plays from somewhere I can't place, a phone perhaps, or open window near someone else's evening, finding space inside my own. The melody unclear, but warm enough to walk to, warm enough to make the street light softer, less the tough. Something in the street light and the rain, something in the halo they contain, between them soft and orange and the mist. Something in the lit and in the kissed by water. Every ordinary lamp becomes extraordinary in the damp, in the damp, in the damp. I used to walk with headphones always in, sealed off from everything the street could give, but Streetlight Bossa found a way within the open ear, the way the nights can live, can live, can live. Something in the streetlight and the rain, something in the halo they contain, between them soft and orange and the mist. Something in the lit and in the kissed by water. Every ordinary lamp, the bossa from the somewhere floating near, becomes extraordinary in the damp streetlight and the rain, and all I hear in the damp of open evenings, always in the damp, always luminous. Streetlight bossa, always luminous. Streetlight bossa, streetlight bossa.
The speaker in the corner plays a jazz that nobody selected, nobody chose, just the store's particular kind of has always played this in the hours that close in on midnight, when the shelves are full of things nobody needs but feels the pull of wanting, in the fluorescent and the hum of refrigerators keeping things at cold. I find a rhythm in the total sum of of jazz and fridge and rain outside enrolled in something that the city after dark provides for free, this accidental art. Something in the accidental song, something in the jazz that plays along to everything the convenience store contains. The ramen and the jazz and all the rains outside the glass, the fluorescent hum, something in the music and the sum of late night things, of late night things. The owner nods his head without a thought to what the speaker puts into the air. A lifetime of this music sold and bought in background, always present, always there without intention, just the way the night sounds in a store that keeps its fluorescent light. I pick up something I don't need at all, a chocolate thing, a small and paper cup of coffee from the machine against the wall. The jazz is getting somewhere, picking up a little, finding something in the bridge between the aisle and the refrigerator. Something in the accidental song, something in the jazz that plays along to everything the convenience store contains. The ramen and the jazz and all the rains outside the glass, the fluorescent hum, something in the music and the sum of late night things, of late night things. I used to want the curated and the plan, the playlist chosen carefully for mood, but convenience store jazz helped me understand that accidental music can be good, can be good, can be good. Something in the accidental song, something in the jazz that plays along to everything the convenience store contains. Oh, the ramen and the jazz and all the rains outside the glass, the fluorescent hum, the owner nodding me in my small cup, something in the music and the sum of late night things that accidentally come together right, of late night things come together right, always come together right. Accidental jazz, late night things, convenience store jazz.
The rain against the glass makes its own score, a percussion that no one composed, but plays exactly what the night is for, a rhythm that the city has disclosed. Only when the water finds the pain and taps out everything it has to say. Each drop a different weight, a different sound, some heavy, some so light they almost miss the surface, some that find their way around the other, some that land exactly this side of the center. Everyone unique, the rain on glass is playing hide and seek. Something in the sound against the pain, something in the language of the rain on glass, a conversation with the night. Something in the tapping, soft and light, of water finding glass and making songs. Something in the rain on glass belongs to this hour, to this hour. I rest my head against to feel the cool yourself from glass to temple slow. The way that glass holds cold, the way a pool holds step, the way the night outside will show itself through everything the glass contains, the city and the neon and the rains. And my own face reflected back at me, transparent over everything outside, a ghost of indoor warmth, the one to be found between the city and the wide interior of cafe, half and half. Out of the night, the rain on glass, my staff. Something in the sound against the pain, something in the language of the rain on glass, a conversation with the night, something, the tapping soft and light of water finding glass and making songs. Something in the rain on glass belongs to this hour. I used to find the rain on glass too loud, too much of nature pushing at the door. But rain on glass became its own kind, proud of music, nothing less and nothing more. Nothing more, nothing more. Something in the sound against the pain, something in the language of the rain on glass, a conversation with the night, something in the tapping soft and light of water finding glass and making song. My face reflected over city lights, something in the rain on glass belongs, half in and half out of everything, to this hour of this particular night. Always to this hour, always to this hour. Rain on glass, this hour. Rain on glass. Rain on glass. The city doesn't know the word for sleep. It just adjusts the volume of its hum, from loud to something soft to something deep, indifferent, not less present, just become a different version of itself at night. Still breathing, still alive, still full of light.
I feel it too, the way the city shifts from daytime mode to something less defined.
The edges soften and the whole thing lifts into a version easier to find,
Yourself inside of,
easier to be
a part of.
the city night and me. Something in the city after dark, something in the never quite the stark of silence, always something in the hum. Something in the city never done with being, never finished, never through. Something in the city, me and you, still awake, still awake.
The lights don't all go out at any hour.
Some stay on for reasons no one knows.
A single window with its reading tower,
Of lamplight in the dark, somebody's prose.
or spreadsheet, or their sleeplessness or dream.
The city never sleeps is what they mean.
And down below the traffic thins to one,
Or two cars every few minutes slow.
the rain keeps on long after day is is done,
and everything the city has to show.
at night is different,
Quieter but not
less real.
just differently caused. Something in the city after dark, something in the never quite the stark of silence. Always something in the hum, something in the city never done with being, never finished, never through. Something in the city, me and you, still awake, still awake.
I think about the people in the lights,
Still on above the street, who are they now?
the ones that populate the city nights,
With their own reasons, their own somehow, their own somehow,
their
own somehow. Something in the city after dark, something in the never quite the stark of silence. Always something in the hum, something in the city never done with being, never finished, never through.
the lights still on above the rain, still true.
Something in the city, me and you, still awake,
Still awake,
always something,
always something.
always, always awake.
City awake,
Still awake.
city awake.
City never sleeps.
The platform empties out to just a few of us who caught the last one of the night. The board above says 2 more minutes too, and everyone is quiet in the light of something ending, something being last. The particular stillness of the past, its cutoff point, the moment after which the city folds its transit system in and leaves us to the surface and the rich variety of getting home again by other means. But first the last train comes and takes us somewhere close enough to home. Something in the last train of the night, something in the being almost right on time. The seconds counted at the gate, something in the never quite too late for the last one, never quite the missed. Something in the last train on the list of everything, of everything. The train arrives with rain still on its roof, from somewhere it has been before this stop. A traveling witness, its own kind of proof that other platforms got the same raindrop of evening, that the city end to end was wet tonight, the rain without an end. I find a seat against the window glass and watch the platform slide away and gone. The tunnels and the darkness and the pass of stations, each one lit and moving on toward wherever I am going now. The last train knowing more than I know how. Something in the last train of the night, something in the being almost right on the seconds counted at the gate. Something in the never quite too late. For the last one, never quite the missed. Something in the last train on the list of everything, of everything. I used to hate the pressure of the last, the running and the checking of the time. The last train taught me something from the past, that endings have their own particular rhyme. Particular rhyme. Particular rhyme. Something in the last train of the night. Something in the being almost right on time. The seconds counted at the gate. Something in the never quite too late. The rain still on its roof from somewhere far. The tunnels and the darkness and the star of each lit station passing in the black. Something in the last train taking back everything to somewhere close to home. Always taking back, always taking home. Last train, taking home. Last train, feeling.
The rain is still coming down, the same as when the evening started hours back. The city wearing its familiar name of wet and neon, nothing that we lack. For this particular kind of night, the rain and we and all the city light. I found the other somewhere in the rain, between the convenience store and here. The way the city nights will sometimes claim a few of us and pull us somewhere near to something somewhere none of us had planned, and yet exactly where we all had land. The static of the city brought me out from underneath my overpass, and through the streetlight pulls past everything about the night that I had found the me that knew the city had a frequency below that only rainy nights will let you know. Something in the neon and the rain brought the three of us together again in this particular corner of the night. Something in the wet and in the light of everything the city has to give. After dark, this is the way we live. This is the way. This is the way. We didn't plan to end up anywhere together, just a separate pulling of the city and its rain, the everywhere of neon and the night, the push and shove of something drawing us through different doors to here, to this, to these particular floors. And isn't that the city's greatest gift, the way it pulls the separate lives along its rainy streets and gives them all a lift towards something, toward each other, toward a song that none of us could write alone, but find together in the neon and the rain combined. Something in the neon and the rain brought the three of us together again in this particular corner of the night. Something in the wet and This is the way we live. This is the way. This is the way. I think about the neon reflections, the doubled city and the puddles there. I think about the night bus and directions that led me somewhere past the usual where. I think about the static and the overpass, the streetlight Bossa playing in the rain. And all of it was leading here at last, to neon and the rain and us again. Us again, us again, us again. Something in the neon and the rain, something in the doubled light below, brought the three of us together again. Something in the city's undertow, in this particular corner of the night, a convenience store and the last train home. Something in the wet and in the light, the foam glow and the umbrella alone, of everything the city has to give. The night bus and the rain on glass after dark. This is the way we live. All of it was leading here at last. This is the way to neon and the rain. This is the way to us again. Always us again. Always neon and rain. Neon and rain. Us again.